When it comes to public speaking, we've all heard the same advice: make eye contact. But here's a shocking fact: studies show that nearly 60% of people feel uncomfortable when someone stares at them for too long. In fact, a survey by the University of Kansas found that 70% of people would rather hear a great story than focus on whether the speaker is making eye contact. So, why do we think eye contact is so important? Many believe it builds trust and connection. However, research tells a different story. Did you know that only 7% of communication is about the words we say? The rest is non-verbal, including tone, body language, and yes, eye contact. This means there's a lot more to being a great speaker than just locking eyes with your audience. In this video, we're going to explore why eye contact matters less than you think. We'll dive into how you can engage your audience through presence, energy, and emotional connection instead. Get ready to discover unique techniques used by top speakers that will change the way you approach public speaking forever. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro, you won't want to miss these insights. Chapter 1: The Eye Contact Myth. Why you've been misled. Most of us were taught that eye contact is crucial when speaking. We've all heard advice like, make sure to maintain eye contact to build trust. But here's the truth: eye contact isn't the magic tool it's made out to be. In fact, studies show that prolonged eye contact can actually make your audience uncomfortable. According to a 2016 study by University College London, holding eye contact for more than 3 seconds can trigger discomfort, especially if it feels forced. Think about it. Have you ever been in a conversation where the other person's gaze felt too intense? It doesn't make you feel more connected, it makes you want to look away. When we over-focus on eye contact, it can distract from what really matters: your message. Speakers often get so caught up in locking eyes that they forget to focus on tone, clarity, and passion. The real goal should be authentic communication. When you're trying too hard to maintain eye contact, you may come across as stiff or robotic. Great speakers connect through presence and energy, not just their gaze. In Talk Like TED, Carmine Gallo highlights that successful speakers engage more with their emotions and stories than with constant eye contact. Instead of worrying about where to look, think about how to feel in the moment. This shifts your focus from your audience's eyes to your internal state. Remember, confidence doesn't come from what your eyes are doing. It comes from knowing your material, caring about your audience, and feeling present in the room. Chapter 2: The Power of Presence. Mastering energy over eyes. Your presence as a speaker matters more than where you're looking. Energy, body language, and tone are what truly captivate an audience. According to research from Harvard Business Review, 55% of communication is non-verbal. That means how you stand, move, and gesture has a bigger impact than eye contact alone. Think of speakers like Steve Jobs. He rarely relied on direct eye contact with his audience. Instead, he used his energy and movement to engage the crowd. Jobs' focus was on connecting with the whole room by pacing, using his hands to emphasize key points, and speaking with passion. His presence filled the stage, and that's what people remember. So, how can you do the same? Start by focusing on your posture. Stand tall, with your feet shoulder-width apart. This naturally makes you look confident and feel grounded. Use your hands to add emphasis, but don't overdo it. Let your gestures flow naturally with your words. Also, pay attention to your voice. Variations in pitch and tone keep people interested. A flat, monotone voice can lose your audience no matter how strong your content is. Changing your tone to reflect your emotions not only keeps listeners engaged but also makes your message feel authentic. Finally, smile when it feels appropriate. A genuine smile can instantly warm up your presence and make you seem approachable. Your energy matters far more than keeping laser focused on someone's eyes. In Presence, Amy Cuddy emphasizes the importance of feeling present over performing presence. The key takeaway? Focus on filling the room with your energy, not your stare. Chapter 3: Mental Connection versus Visual Lock. Engage on a deeper level. Here's a surprising fact: connecting with your audience mentally and emotionally is far more important than holding eye contact. Great speakers understand this. They don't rely on locking eyes, they rely on locking minds. Studies show that emotional engagement is what makes people remember a speech. In a 2019 study by the Journal of Consumer Research, emotional stories were found to be 22 times more memorable than just facts. When you share personal stories, struggles, or victories, your audience connects with you on a deeper level. That emotional bond is what keeps them hooked, not whether you're looking at them. So how do you engage an audience mentally? Start by asking rhetorical questions. Questions like, have you ever felt completely overwhelmed, make the audience pause and think. It creates a personal connection because they relate to your experience. Another powerful tool is using descriptive language. Instead of saying, I felt nervous, say, my hands were shaking, and my heart raced. This paints a picture that helps your audience feel what you felt. The more vividly you describe your experiences, the more your audience will mentally engage with you. Also, don't be afraid to share vulnerability. When you talk about your failures or challenges, people naturally feel more connected to you. According to Brené Brown in Daring Greatly, vulnerability is the foundation for creating deep, authentic connections. Your audience is more likely to trust and relate to you when you show your human side. Instead of worrying about eye contact, focus on building that mental connection through your words, emotions, and stories. At the end of the day, it's the personal connection that will make your message stick, not how long you stared into someone's eyes. If you're enjoying these insights, be sure to subscribe for more tips on becoming a confident and engaging speaker. Chapter 4, The Glance Game. How to strategically use minimal eye contact. Now that we've debunked the over-reliance on eye contact, let's talk about how to use it strategically. Eye contact, when used sparingly and purposefully, can still be a powerful tool. The trick is to view it as part of a larger toolkit rather than the main attraction. Think of it like playing a glance game. Instead of locking eyes for long periods, use brief, meaningful glances to punctuate key moments. Studies suggest that speakers who use intermittent eye contact, around 30–60% of the time, are seen as more credible and engaging. According to communication expert Michael Argyle, shorter, well-timed eye contact during important points makes listeners feel acknowledged without overwhelming them. For example, when you make an important point, glance briefly at a few different people in the room. This quick eye contact helps drive your message home. But don't hold it for too long. After your glance, shift your focus to your gestures, voice, or the rest of the room. This creates a balanced, dynamic presentation style. Another effective strategy is the scan and sweep technique. Instead of zeroing in on one person, scan the room in a natural way, as if you're taking in the entire audience. This keeps everyone engaged and makes it feel like you're talking to them individually, even if you're not locking eyes. Finally, use your glances to emphasize transitions. If you're shifting topics or moving from one key point to the next, a quick, deliberate glance can help reset the room's focus. So, eye contact still plays a role, but it's more about precision and timing rather than constant staring. Chapter 5, The Confidence Shift. Build inner conviction, not eye reliance. The most important part of becoming a great speaker is building inner confidence. Confidence is what your audience will remember, not how much eye contact you made. And here's the thing, real confidence isn't built by focusing on external details like where your eyes land. It's built from within. A 2010 study published in Psychology Today found that self-assured speakers are perceived as more competent, regardless of whether they use eye contact. So, the key is to shift your focus from trying to perform eye contact to mastering your inner game. Start by preparing thoroughly. Nothing builds confidence like knowing your material inside and out. Rehearse until your speech feels like second nature. When you know your content deeply, you can focus more on delivering it naturally rather than worrying about where you should look. Another powerful strategy is visualization. Before you speak, take a few minutes to visualize yourself delivering a confident, engaging speech. Olympic athletes use visualization to improve performance, and the same technique works for public speaking. Picture yourself standing tall, speaking clearly, and captivating the audience. This mental rehearsal helps boost your self-belief. Also, embrace small moments of stillness. When you pause, you give your audience time to absorb what you've said. Pauses also project confidence. According to communication expert Carmine Gallo, pauses make you seem more thoughtful and in control. Don't rush to fill the silence, let it work in your favor. Finally, adopt a growth mindset. Understand that becoming a great speaker is a journey. You won't get it perfect every time, and that's okay. As Carol Dweck explains in her book Mindset, people who embrace learning from their mistakes grow faster. Every speech is an opportunity to improve. When you build this inner conviction, your reliance on external tricks, like perfect eye contact, fades away. You start to speak from a place of authenticity, and that's what truly makes an impact on your audience. If you found these strategies helpful, subscribe to stay updated on more tips and tricks to enhance your public speaking skills.